They said he was just a kid with too much weight on his back. Every morning, 12-year-old Samir lugged a pile of bricks into the fields. His hands hurt, his back ached. He wanted to drop them, but something unbelievable was about to happen. Hi everyone, welcome. Today I have a powerful story for you. This is the boy who carried bricks, and what he learns will inspire you. Samir lived in a poor village by the river. Each day after school, he walked barefoot to the brickyard. His job was to carry heavy bricks for the new school building. He stacked them on a burlap sack strapped to his shoulders. Each brick felt like a stone. Every footstep was agony. He gritted his teeth and forced himself on. Thud, thud, another brick down. Dirt on his palms. He was quiet and tired. Other children teased him. "Why don't you just quit and go home?" They laughed. But Samir stayed silent, grit in his eyes. He felt the pain and cold creep through him. Why was his life so hard? Every day he watched his friends play by the river while he toiled. Sometimes at night he prayed, "I wish I were just like them." But a strange thought began to tickle his mind. One evening, Samir came home crying. His father put a hand on his shoulder. "Son, I know carrying bricks is hard, but this is for our future. We built something so your sisters and cousins can go to school someday," he said softly. The boy shook his head. "I can't, Papa, I'm too weak." The father didn't scold him. Instead, he smiled. "Then let me show you something." Early next morning, father and son walked to the field. The father had loaded twice as many bricks. He put on the sack and bent forward. Samir gasped at the sight, but his father simply walked ahead, steady and calm. After a while, father stopped and asked, "How heavy do you think this feels to me?" Samir shrugged. "I don't know, the same as mine?" The father smiled and set the bricks down. "Right? And do you think I complained once?" he asked. Samir stared. His father looked tired but strong. The father began packing up. He put just one brick on the bag and handed it to Samir. "Your turn," he said. Samir hesitated, then hoisted the single brick. Surprisingly, it felt lighter than before. He put one, then another. Soon, his steps were slow but sure. "What changed?" Samir asked, confused and excited. His father explained, "It's not about strength alone, son. It's about the way you see things. You believed the bricks were too much to carry, so they felt heavy. But think of them as a chance to get stronger, just like I do. A new perspective makes all the difference." Samir pondered these words. It sounded almost magical. How could thinking differently change real, physical weight? He still felt the pressure on his back, but something in his heart shifted. By the river that evening, he tried his father's trick. He pictured each brick as a simple toy or a feather. He told himself, "This is for my future. I am strong." Suddenly, each step seemed a bit easier. He walked slower, but there was no dread in his eyes anymore. Day by day, Samir practiced this new mindset. Every time he felt tired or angry, he repeated his father's words. Slowly, the bricks felt lighter. People noticed the change. He walked taller. Even at school, he paid more attention in class. Unknown to Samir, scientists have discovered something similar. Doing tough tasks regularly builds your discipline and strength. In one study, people who practiced small acts of self-control, like holding a heavy hand grip daily, improved their overall willpower. Samir's brick carrying was like training weight for his mind and body. Each heavy walk made his determination stronger. At night, Samir even slept better. He felt proud instead of defeated. He read a little every day by candlelight, dreaming of becoming a teacher. The bricks were teaching him more than just muscle, they were teaching perseverance and focus. One afternoon, another boy in the village watched Samir. He was smaller and scared. He'd been asked to carry the bricks but said he would quit. Samir walked up and gently said, "Try telling the bricks they are light. They might listen." The younger boy laughed at first, but then he tried it, quietly smiling as he repeated in his mind, "You are light." Slowly, he walked the path with the bricks too. Seeing this, villagers were amazed. They said Samir's strength was extraordinary. A reporter even wrote about the boy who taught himself to lift any weight, any problem, by changing his mind. Behind the scenes, psychologists have a name for this: cognitive reframing. It means looking at a problem in a new way. In fact, psychologists say that reframing negative thoughts into positive ones makes us more resilient. Samir didn't call it science, he just felt that by changing his attitude, he could bounce back from anything. Months passed. The school was finished. Samir carried the final brick up proudly. He smiled at the empty sack, thinking of how weak he used to feel. Now he understood, every burden was a lesson. Samir felt resilient inside, no problem was too big for him anymore. At the graduation ceremony, Samir stood before his class. He had been chosen to give a speech. Speaking clearly, he said, "Once, I carried bricks for our new school. It was hard, but I learned something. Strength isn't just in our muscles, it's in our mindset. When we turn our challenges into chances, we grow." The crowd cheered. That day, he got a scholarship offer too. The teacher whispered, "You've shown true grit and perseverance." Samir beamed. He had lifted more than bricks, he had lifted his whole life up. This story of Samir teaches us powerful lessons. Sometimes our struggles feel too heavy. But as Samir discovered, a simple shift in perspective can make a burden feel like a stepping stone. Research even backs this up. When people believe they can grow, they do become stronger, more resilient problem solvers. And every small act of discipline helps build our strength. Science says practicing self-control, even tiny acts, can increase our overall willpower. Samir didn't know the research, but he proved it right. Keep Samir's journey in mind. No matter what weight you carry in life, failures, fears, challenges, remember, you can change your view of it. You can grow. If this story inspired you, please give it a thumbs up and share it. You never know who else might need a bit of courage today. Don't forget to subscribe for more motivational stories. Stay strong and keep lifting yourself up one brick at a time. Vocabulary from the story: adversity, hardship, or difficulty. Example: Samir faced great adversity but found a way to overcome it. Resilience, the ability to recover from problems or to adapt in tough situations. Example: his resilience helped him carry on through hard days. Perspective, a way of looking at something. Example: changing his perspective made the bricks feel lighter. Perseverance, steady persistence in doing something despite difficulty. Example: Samir showed perseverance by carrying bricks every day. Empower, to give someone the confidence and strength to do something. Example: his father's lesson empowered Samir to face his challenges. Has there been a time you changed the way you thought about a problem, and it became easier? Let me know in the comments below.